guys, what's going on? Welcome back. This is the JR Wisdom Channel. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Can I get a taco salad?
¿Taco salad?
Yeah.
¿De pollo o de carne?
Carne.
Carne.
Gracias.
It's ground beef. It's okay?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. But going live real quick. I meant to do this topic a few days ago. Y'all excuse me. I'm always having like these interruptions when I'm going live, but y'all know where I'm at. Haven't been here in a while on Thursday, so shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to everybody watching the restream and things like that. But what's happening? I wanted to discuss this topic because obviously, as you guys know, um, I am a single dad, single father, whatever you want to call it. So, uh, someone sent me an email. One of my subs, I'm assuming, sent me an email in reference to this topic. And as you know, you guys are welcome to send me emails as well. Watch the previous video from what I said. If you're seeking advice, you know, or something on your personal situation, and you want some advice, it's not free. But feel free if you got any topics you'd like me to discuss. So I'm gonna go into this young lady's email, and then I'm going to talk further on the subject, the topic of this video. You know, which is the truth about dating single fathers. I've never dated a single father, but I'm just telling you based upon, you know, my perspective of dating and things like that. Uh, some feedback that I've gotten from women and issues that they've had and things that they've brought up that are concerns to them. And believe it or not, it's more common than you think. Men that actually have custody of their children. So, with that being said, let's get right into this young lady's email. So, she basically emailed me, and it starts out, if this thing could ever get back here. Hi there. Thank you for responding to me.
Taco salad beef, my friend. Oh, no really
Gracias.
recibe bueno.
Okay. Said, let me take my glasses off. Says, hi there. Thank you for responding to me so quickly. I hope you might be able to give me a little bit of insight and advice on my situation. A little background on myself. Let me know if y'all can't hear me. A little background on myself. I'm 30, work full time. This is my second relationship ever. My first was someone for 6 years, of whom I thought we'd get married and everything, but it ended quite badly and was a very codependent and toxic relationship. Tried to break up 3 times and it was extremely painful. That was 2 years ago. Whatever happens is written. So she's 30 years old, second relationship ever. Alright. So you're 30 in your second serious relationship. Eh, you to learn this is your first time dating a single dad, obviously. So she says my boyfriend, ex-Navy, has one child. He's 2 years old, whom he has joint custody with, a crazy ex. This is a totally new thing to me. It causes him a lot of pain and sadness because she drives him up the wall. I'm sure you've probably heard of very similar from other men. It boggles my mind how anyone can be this way. Yeah, right. I guess it boggles your mind. Okay. But anyway, he's a very sweet and kind man to me and was always upfront about this situation with me. Also, I'm the first woman he seriously dated since leaving his toxic ex a little more than 2 years ago. I have to mention that, as far as I know, she has not bothered him while we were together, nor did he have to cancel plans with me over the child or some crap she pulled. Right? So I found myself in kind of a strange place. I'm a good woman. I try to do my share, and we'll get into this as she explains herself. She's really doing a lot of stuff that, you know, some dudes say is completely awesome. She sounds like an awesome girl. I try hard to do my share. I try to pay for stuff as equally as possible, though he usually prefers to pay, the gentleman, and make my partner feel listened to. I try to meet him halfway, so to speak. We've already gone through some ups and downs, which I think we mostly worked through. In the very beginning, we've been dating for 3 to 4 months. We didn't know how to set some boundaries when it came to me not sure about his kid's situation and feeling scared I'd be pushed aside by the need aside and my needs not met. Never dated a single dad before. Not sure how his baby mama will react to him having a girlfriend, but she's had like 4 boyfriends already and brought them around their daughter. Talk about a double standard. And I suppose my place in and I suppose my place in his life. It kind of came to a head then last week. We spent some time together to go to Six Flags. But before that, I tried to have a dialogue with him about how I had been feeling lately. I don't see him as often as I like because of his work schedule, shift work, and his childcare schedule, which fluctuates. I don't want to encroach on his time with his daughter, obviously, but I find it difficult to ask him for time. His response was he had to figure a lot of stuff out. I think it was basically a breakup talk. Whenever this goes for men and women, whenever a man or a woman, whenever, especially a woman, whenever a woman says she needs to figure some things out, she's confused, things are moving too fast or whatever, they either it's a breakup talk or they're basically seeing somebody else. You know what I mean? That's the bottom line what it is. I know a lot of you are going to go on this. So maybe they do need to figure some stuff out, but they should have figured that out before they decided to date somebody. You can take it how you want to take it, but anyway, it's either here or there. So he had to figure a lot of stuff out. I think it was basically a breakup talk. And well, I just totally broke down crying. I cried so deeply. I just wanted to work so much, but it might be taking too much out of us. 3 to 4 months in, sounds like you're sprung over this young man. Because he was giving you the breakup talk. But the next day, we went to Six Flags and we had the best time. I didn't feel alone. We laughed as if there was nothing wrong at all. The trip was perfect by all accounts. Once we got back to his house, we relaxed and I just had to address how I felt. Rightfully so. I didn't want things to end. I felt it was worth it. I looked at him and asked, where do we go from here? Mm. As a woman, you never ask. Here's the thing. As a woman, you never ask, where do we go from here? You decide where we go from here. He doesn't decide where we go from here. You're in charge of the relationship. You decide if it's a relationship or not. The man doesn't decide. Okay? So at that point when you said that to him, he was like, well, I got her at this point. Where do we go from here? So he said, with a scared expression, obviously, you know, that he didn't know. I don't think either of us want to give up, but now I'm kind of wondering. I'm still reaching out to him, the most it seems. You can watch my other videos that I talk about this. You're reaching out to him, which is, from a man's perspective, how you want things to be, because that's where the attraction remains. You can tell by the way she's typing this or she's writing this that she's highly attracted to this guy, and she wants things to work out. So that's why she keeps reaching out to him, because she doesn't want to lose him. So the ball is in his corner at this point, and she's the chaser. She's chasing him. That's how attraction works. If you want to call it mind games or whatever, that's either here or there. I've explained this in my other videos. You guys can watch that. So she says, I'm still reaching out to him the most, it seems. I put too much effort and importance in text messages, and it's causing me a lot of anxiety. That text message stuff, man or woman, text messaging is cool every now and then, but text messaging is the number one thing in communication that does cause anxiety, because if someone doesn't respond to you, you're taking it personal, or you're waiting. You can tell you're head over heels over this guy because you're getting anxiety over somebody. You're getting anxiety over him. He's got you, and you're the chaser, so he knows he's got you. And like she says, she follows up. She says, I'm worried he'll just phase me out, that perhaps I'm too draining. I don't know. He didn't say that to me. I just kind of feel that way. And you're probably right in that assumption. You have that, you feel that way, that you're worried that he'll phase you out. If it's not being reciprocated to you, if the feelings aren't being reciprocated, and he has a child in place, something else is occupying this man's attention. and I'm not saying this is the case with all single fathers, but the case of this guy, something is taking this guy's attention right now. She says, there's a lot more to it. We both suffer, here we go. We both suffer from depression and anxiety and go to therapy regularly, which is good. I have a chronic disease I'm managing, but I hope I provided enough detail for some insight. You did provide enough detail. I mean, obviously there's always more. There's two sides to every story and things like that. But it sounds to me like, and most of the time with women, and this video is obviously for women. It's going to be a new experience, especially if you don't. For one, she's a single woman that doesn't have any kids. She's dating a man for the first time, her second serious relationship, 3 to 4 months, if you want to call it a relationship. A man that has a child. So in the past, what it is, you're used to a man, especially if you're an attractive young lady, you're used to a man that's chasing you, giving you all the attention, or your ex might have given you all the attention. Sound like you guys, like you said, you guys had a toxic relationship in the past. So probably in the dating scene, you were used to guys chasing you, guys giving you all the attention, texting you, calling your phone, which is nothing wrong with that, but you have to understand, after a while that gets old or you get accustomed to it. And when you have a man that has a 2-year-old, I believe that was the age, a 2-year-old that he's trying to take care of, there's a certain amount of time that he has to dedicate to this child, and daycare, changing diapers, potty training, dealing with the baby mama, making sure that everything is prepared, stuff like that, making sure that all these things are taken care of. These are some things that you have to consider, and I know everything's a learning experience. So this is a learning experience for you, getting involved with a single father, and a lot of times you're in that position, obviously, where sound like you were trying to impress him or make a good impression by being there for him, listening to his issues, listening to his woes with the toxic baby mama and stuff like that, and you end up taking his side, which is what you're supposed to do as a support system. But after a while, you can understand that can be draining. It's very, in my opinion, it may not be so rare, but it's very rare to come across a woman that's 30 and up to not have children, unless, as you say, you believe you can't have children. But for a man, it's not going to be the end of the world. Things you need to realize for any woman that's watching this video: when you're dating a single father, his primary concern is the welfare of that child, and making sure that child that he's able to fulfill that child's, all that child's needs. You technically come second, so you need to understand that. Now, if it comes to the point where this man is making no time for you, then you might want to go ahead and back out of that relationship or back out of that situation before you decided to become a relationship. You have to understand that any parent, man or woman, that they have to be there for their child. So there's only a certain amount of time that they're going to be available to you. There's only, or if they have multiple children, only a certain amount of money that they will have. Dates probably won't be as frequent. I understand in his case he's part-time, and this is a 2-year-old. These aren't like grown kids. These are very young. This is a very young child that he has. So this is something you have to understand. You can tell, and I guess many women, you will know if a man is taking you seriously. I guess that's an issue that many women come across. Is this man taking me seriously? Is this man basically just playing games with me? I think for the most part, a single father, he has joint custody right now. I'm not saying that he's necessarily looking for something serious, but the chances of him wanting to just play around out there and end up in the same situation, unless he's a immature guy at this point. But you have a lot of guys out there who are still trying to play. Your biggest thing, it sounds like, and your biggest obstacle right now is going to be time. and that's obviously what you're looking for. It's time. People, remember this. This goes for everybody. People will make time for who they're interested in. If someone really cares for you, wants to be with you, they'll make time. Not to say they have to forsake their children to do that, especially in his case. But no single father should be dating if all of his attention is focused on his child. If 24/7 he's focused on his child, he shouldn't be dating. That goes for anybody. If you can't, because you as a human being, you have needs. You want to be around this person, and sometimes women will end up adopting motherly duties just to be around the man to show that she's down for him, or she's worthy. So I say that to say, before you make that decision, I mean, there's some ladies out there dealing with men with multiple kids that don't take care of any of them, and they're out bashing the mother. But you can tell a lot about a man by the way he takes care of his kids, and if he is able to take care of you and spend time with you. Because obviously, as a woman, one of the most important things is time. Time. And you need to understand that first off before you decide to go into a relationship. If it's going to be casual, it's casual. But in the case of this young lady in the email, it sounds like she really got into it. She got her feelings deep into it. And she's the chaser, which is nothing wrong with that as long as he's not completely ignoring you. But if you feel like your needs aren't being fulfilled and you communicated that and he still hasn't changed, then I don't know. But it sounds like to me that those same excuses he's giving you, that I'm confused, I don't know what I'm doing, things are going too fast. It's the same excuse that women give men when they're dealing with somebody else. Sounds like he just doesn't really want to deal with you, because a man who really wants you will go out of his way above and beyond to pursue you and be with you. This I know, speaking from personal experience. So you can take it how you want to take it or whatever. So let that be it. But with that being said, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Just wanted to make this video to respond to that email. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you got any questions, or if you want to do a one-on-one with me personally, feel free to hit me up. If you have seeking personal advice, paid consultation, feel free to email me. We can set that up. Email response, telephonically, however you want to do it. Feel free to comment below. If you got experience with dating single fathers, or what's your experience. And peace be upon you, and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. I'm out.